This is Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And I'm excited to be here with Denita finally.
Yay!
Yes, welcome.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
being on the show. And you have so much going on. I'm so excited for you to share
Yes.
with everyone like what you're wanting to accomplish, what you've already accomplished. So just let them know your name and kind of your background and go from
Okay.
there.
Well, hello. My name is Denita Johnson. I am the owner and CEO of On Demand Consulting and TF Trucking and Transport and Business Beyond Bars. As Melissa said, I do have a whole lot going on. So we'll start with my consulting, where we focus on three areas, which is trucking and logistics, business consulting, and training and education. So the logistics piece is anything from doing your DOT to authority, basically starting your LLC all the way through compliance to getting you on the road operating. So any of those moving parts, we are able to help you with that. Also, we can manage any of your services if you need IRT, IFTA, any of those services. We also provide that on to the business consulting piece. So it's tailored depending on a person's business, and it can be logistics, it can be hair care, it can be home care, it can be any type of LLC. And we sit down and we schedule strategy sessions where we sit down and we look at your structure of your business, and we help you navigate to whatever your goals are for that business, or connect you with resources to help you get to A to B, B to C, C to D, and so forth. The training and education piece comes with, if you want to learn how to do a DOT, we can show you how to do that. If you want to learn how to start the LLC or just the whole process, we are able to train you and teach you how to do those things. I have an entrepreneur program for youth and young adults ages 16 to 24. So that is a program where we teach the youth and young adults how to become entrepreneurs. So we provide the blueprint for that. TF Trucking and Transport is my trucking company. It's dump trucks. So we are a union company certified with the city of Indianapolis and working on my DBE certification. So looking to hopefully gain some contracts to be able to work more, offer more work with other dump truckers in the city, and just to continue to grow our fleet. And Business Beyond Bars is a program for felons. And so that's a program that is in working progress right now. It is going to probably launch closer to the end of the year. So it may be looked at as a reentry program, but it is for anyone that's interested in business that has a felony within 2 years and willing to start their own business. So we will be like a one-stop shop. So we'll also take them through the steps to starting their business, and also connecting them with a mentor and resources to help them get their business off the ground and running. So that is
I love that.
Danita in a nutshell.
I love it. So, what kind of made you? Because your background, you work corporate,
Yes,
in
yes,
compliance. So you always
yes,
kind of been in that compliance. Is
yes.
that kind of what? So, what got you started in the dump trunking or the
So the
trucking?
dump trucking started with my son. His grandfather actually started the business 30 years ago, and it went from his grandfather to his father down to him.
Okay.
And so he was running into a lot of red flags, just trying to figure out the process of processing the paperwork so we can get the dump truck operating and on the road. And so he came to me and was like, I can't figure this out. I need your help.
Mm.
And so when I was finally able to get all of the necessary steps processed, I was like, I'm gonna write these steps down, and I'm gonna help people because I don't want them going through what we went through.
Mm-hmm.
So many people was reaching out to my son saying, "Who did your paperwork?" And he was like, "My mom did it." So my son gave, well, I feel like the whole city my phone number,
Right.
and all these people were calling me, and I was helping them, get their business started, do all the paperwork, for their dump trucks.
Nice.
And so I was like, wait a minute, I need to make this a business
Yeah.
because I'm helping so many people, and there's time involved on
Mm-hmm.
the phone and just walking people through. So I want to shout out all the people that I helped and provided a word of mouth. It has helped my business grow.
Yeah.
I love all of you guys, but my business has grown on that piece of the business, all word of mouth, and
Wow.
so it was worth it. Every
Nice.
ounce of energy that I put into it was worth it. And so that's what made me start it as a business. And it's just been growing and going ever since. So I'm so thankful for those people that I helped, and they turned around and helped me. So
Yeah, I love that. And we met at an event
yes,
several years ago.
yes, we did.
Yeah.
We met at
What event?
an event, and we went around the room saying what we do.
Yep.
And when you told me what you do, I was like, I'm interested in that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And when you said what you do, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to tell you, we need to connect.
Yes, yes, and it has been an awesome connection.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're like my sister from another mother.
Yes.
Honestly,
Yeah, definitely.
It's been an honor and a pleasure working with you.
Oh yeah.
Being business partners with you, and just to see our visions and where we're going.
Yeah, and I love how they're in alignment.
Yes.
Like, and we're meeting people that are in alignment. So we're building our circle out, and it's with those people that are in alignment, and it's exciting, you know. And you don't really plan ahead, like you want to do something, but you don't know the people that are going to come into your life that are going to help you to get to that next level.
Yes. Yes.
And we've applied for a grant together. There's going to be other grants that we're going to apply together.
Absolutely.
It really I feel like we're showing people that you can definitely collaborate.
Absolutely.
And you could be doing the same thing, because we pretty much do the same thing.
Yes,
but there's never been any competition at all. It's just like, hey, because we know we're only one person, so we can't help everybody.
Right.
But I like to have someone in my circle say, hey, pass them on to the next person.
Yes, yes. And that's the beauty of it, because it's enough for all of us. And if we could all collaborate, we could create an empire that's unstoppable, unbreakable.
Absolutely.
All of those things. But there's, those times where, you cross paths with people to think you're their competition. It's like, no, I'm only in competition with myself.
Yeah.
But what's for me is for me. What's for you is for you.
Absolutely.
And if people could understand that, they wouldn't feel any type of way.
No, they wouldn't.
So any business that come my way that I can't do it, I know you can do it, I'm going to call you and say, hey, Melissa, can you take care of this if then IRP?
Right.
And that's the beauty of creating an ecosystem of players on your team to create. If somebody calls and I can't do it, I know that I can reach out.
Yeah, we have someone on our team that can do it.
Absolutely. And that's how you create your team.
Absolutely. There's a lot of have a financial person on our team. We have another consultant, but she does different type of consulting.
Yes.
So we're definitely, I see us building out and adding to our team to where, like you said, we're going to be our own ecosystem.
Yes, it's growing. We're going to even be able to have, a counselor and therapist on our team also.
Nice.
That is going to help work with the youth and the young adults.
Nice.
Because, at the end of the day, we need that.
Yeah.
But yes, creating our own ecosystem and working together is the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't do it all by ourselves.
No.
And if anybody think that they can, you coming in with the wrong outlook of it. So, sure.
And then, I introduced you to Legal Shield, which you've known about Legal Shield too, but it's just made more sense because of the season you were in with dump trucking and with CDLs. That's so important to have because that's their livelihood. So if their license gets messed up from violations, they don't have any work.
Yes. And when I came on to Legal Shield, most of my memberships were in CDL.
Yeah.
And so shout out to all my CDL memberships out there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yes.
And you've had several experiences where they have helped with different things, even on a personal level.
Level. I have had to use my my legal plan for my business when it came to a DOT violation. That was not my violation, and they gave me the runaround. But when I had the attorney to call,
isn't that something?
It was resolved.
Isn't that something?
So
and just think of how many people that happens to.
Yes, and even with Legal Shield, I had an incident where I had to use my Legal Shield. Lowe's damaged my wall, putting in my granite countertops, and they thought they were going to just take it off my balance. And I said, no, I will have my attorney. The attorney sent an email with the case number and all that. I had a check in the mail 3 weeks later.
Isn't that something?
But they went round and round with me. But when the attorney got involved, I got my check. So you do get a difference on how you're treated, regardless of your race, with an attorney. And so I feel like having the Legal Shield is the best thing I could have done.
Yeah.
And
because you think a lot of people, I was talking with a lady the other day and she was like, Well, I don't think I'll need it. I said, well, when you start thinking of situations that you've been in, you'll start looking at it differently because you'll be like, wait a minute, I could have used that there. It would have changed the outcome.
Yes, yes. So it's a very valuable service. I will continue. To introduce, just the knowledge that people need to know about. One of the biggest things with the Legal Shield is if you don't have a living will, you need a living will.
Yes.
And so that's, education to me. And it's educating our people on what they don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like having car insurance to me. Thank God I haven't had no accidents,
right.
but I got to
have. But you would never be without car insurance because the minute you had it, you'd be messed up.
Yeah, yes. And I have people that told me they were going to sign up, and incidents happened, and then they calling me back after the fact, and I'm like, I can still help you, but it's not going to be the same because now you have a pre-existing incident versus if you would have signed up when you told me, you wouldn't be calling me, you could be calling the attorney.
Yeah, it's all about being proactive. But we wasn't taught that generational. No. So it's a new concept, but I feel like it just really still has to be taught and taught.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Over and over again.
You have to continue to implement it, talk about it, make it open discussion because a lot of people do not operate from a proactive standpoint. And so because they don't, they run into situations and then like, I wish I would have just got that. Or how can you help me now?
Most definitely. So what made you want to start your nonprofit?
What made me want to start my nonprofit is, so when I started my consulting business, 50% of my business, I helped felons.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? They deserve to be able to start a legitimate business the right way without having to get to run around
and the red
without
tape
trying to find somebody to do it and help them understand the structure and all the moving parts that it takes for them to have a successful business.
Yeah.
And so that's why I started my nonprofit, because unfortunately we have a lot of smart entrepreneurs behind bars.
Absolutely.
And people are coming out and coming home who either wanted to start their business while they're in there or they did start their business while they were in there. And so I want to be a resource for them.
I love that because there's so many reentry programs, but I don't feel like there's enough or if any reentry programs for entrepreneurship.
Right. So they come out and they do want to focus on teaching people about, getting a job and getting them reacclimated back into society. But we all know that when a person comes out of prison, if they can't make any type of money, that is going to affect them in recidivism. So I think it's a good opportunity for someone to either be able to be in my program before they get out or either when they get out. And if their mindset is to start a business, then they're welcome to be in my class to start that business. And so that's why I'm focused on the felons, because they tend to have a lot of red tape that they have to
and
go
it's so
through.
Unfortunate.
And it's very unfortunate
because it could be people that have been in for 20 some years. They went in at 18, and you're expecting them to move a certain way when they come out. It's not going to happen. What they know is what they know when they went in, so they're going to move that way. So if there's resources and you make it difficult for them, they're going to go back to what they know.
Absolutely. And that's what happens. That's what happens. And so I want to be a resource for those people. I believe there's good in everyone.
Absolutely.
I mean, none of us are perfect, but there's some good in every person. And we all deserve another chance.
Yeah. And we even talked about coming up with a school
to
help get them a CDL.
Yes. Yes. Anybody that wants to get their CDLs.
Because there's even red tape around that. Like if you get an associate's degree in prison, they're not going to let you have a grant for that. Like that's just crazy to me.
The rules that are being made, which are out of our control, it doesn't help us. It actually hurts us. Because I feel like a person having a degree is a great thing.
Right.
So they shouldn't be told, no, we can't help you because you have a degree.
Right.
They should be honoring that. Okay, this is a person that's trying to do better. This is a person that has made change. And I feel like if a person has done their time, let them be.
Yeah.
Don't keep holding what happened to them in their present. I mean,
they already deal with that. And then the society is just adding that pressure onto it.
Heavily. And it doesn't help that individual coming out.
No.
So
it would even be good to, even like you were saying, you want to get them before they even come out, even having that type of school that can help them. So when they're out, they already have their CDL.
Absolutely. And if they want to be an owner operator, we can do that for them as well. So, and even just being able to connect them even with opportunity for work. And so I believe that there's purpose in everything that we're doing. And those things will come to light, and we will be able to reach even more people than we have reached.
And we're in a real estate boot camp together.
Yes, which we have class tonight.
Yes, which I'm thankful that you even had told me about it, because we want our own housing. We want our own like entrepreneur resource school, like we, residency school. Like there's so much that I see that we're going to be able to accomplish, and it's so exciting.
It is. I'm excited. I get so excited when I think about what we're doing and where we're going. On everything that we're doing. It's so exciting, and sometimes I gotta like slow my little mind down. Like, okay, just calm down, Denita. But I get so excited. And then, one of the things, as far as the trucking, I have 4 grandboys, and they love dump trucking.
Oh,
they love it.
I love that.
They know how to identify every piece on the dump truck.
I love that.
They clean my truck up on Sundays. They changing out hubcaps or the rims. They wetting my tires.
Yes.
They sweeping out the inside of the truck. So I pay them to keep my truck clean.
Most definitely.
And so it's exciting, because if you ask them what they want to be and they grow up, they go, I want to drive a dump truck. I want to be a dump truck driver.
I love that.
And it's
so
like,
that's what it is that generational wealth. But you're including them in it, instead of creating it and saying, hey, I want you to have that. That may not be what they want.
Right.
But you have included it, so now you're helping them develop that love for it.
They have a love for it. When that's I tell you, I get excited seeing how excited they get.
I love that. What are their ages?
The twins are 9 and Raylan's 10, and I got one that's 13.
Okay.
The 13-year-old, he ain't in it as much as the young ones are.
Yeah.
But
it's probably that age. The 13 is a weird age.
Yeah, he's at
that age. They
don't
like anything.
No, but their phone.
Right. Yes.
Their phone and social media.
Yeah.
But it's just so like when I see them and how excited they are, it's everything for me.
Yeah.
And like when I pull up, they're like, Nana. Like my driver was leaving out in the truck, and they're like, Nana, we gotta go watch him go down the street. And they like doing this, so he like goes through honking the horn.
I love that.
And they are just, when I say excited, it is. I'm just so thankful, because they already know what they want to do at their young age, and even if it changes, I will show them how to run the business.
Yeah.
So they don't have to drive.
Yeah.
They can operate the business and keep it
definitely.
going, because somebody's going to have to take over.
Yes.
One day.
Because we about to be on the beaches somewhere. We about to buy us an island.
Absolutely.
Yes. So throughout your journey, because you just recently left corporate.
I left corporate, yes.
What made you take that leap?
Basically, it's like I feel like sometimes our time has come and we've done all we can do, and it's time to move on. And my corporate job just wasn't fulfilling me and allowing me to meet my purpose. It actually tried to interfere.
Yeah.
And so when God told me it's time, that last day was me skipping and jumping out the building. I know people were riding by saying, what is wrong with this lady? I was happy. I felt so free.
Yeah.
But I felt like I had done my job there, and it was time for me to move on to really do what I was passionate about.
Nice.
So although, I won't let go of what I learned from corporate and all my other certifications and things that I carry, right now I am so living in my purpose that there's no looking back.
Yeah.
It is straightforward, and being able to implement that and some other things I want to do later in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're also a member of P30.
I am a member of P30.
So what's your how has that been? How's that affected your business?
It's been phenomenal. It has had a huge impact on just the people that I've been able to meet, the resources I've been able to connect with, and the knowledge that I've been able to learn.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to P30. I love y'all. I'm also the mentor coordinator for their Launch BNB program.
Yes.
And I was actually one of their first cohorts in the first Launch BNB program.
Yes.
So I get an opportunity to pour back into me what I was learned.
Yeah.
I also get an opportunity to be a mentor so that I can make sure that my mentee is helped along the way of her journey, and that it's a successful journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love being here at P30.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Is there anything, any tips that you can give someone that's on their journey of entrepreneurship that maybe you wish you would have known in the beginning?
Yeah, I would tell you, do not give up on you. Do not give up on your dreams. Follow your heart and your purpose. And even if you can't start that business right now, whatever it is you want to do, just put some work in it every day, even if it's 30 minutes. We understand that, it's not always possible to just leave your job and start your business.
Yeah.
It takes money to make money,
Yes.
first off. So I allowed my job to pay for my business. And
Nice.
once I was able to get to a place in my business where, okay, I can make this work and have a sustainable income, I can leave. But it was a 3-year process. So I started my business 3 years before I left my job, because you want to have an exit plan. So do not give up on whatever that goal or dream is. Stay focused on it.
Yeah.
And you can do anything that you put your mind to do it. Surround yourself with the right people, positive energy, people who are doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
And learn what you can learn from the people that have the wisdom that wants to give it to you.
Most definitely.
Yes.
I always say I want to be around people better than me.
Absolutely.
Because I want to
smarter than me.
Yes.
Better than me. Mentally bigger than me.
Absolutely.
Because it helps me to elevate where they are. So yes.
Well, thank you.
You are so welcome.
This has been great.
Yes. Yes.
You was like, what are we gonna talk about? See, we're gonna talk about what we always talk about.
I know.
Our plans to take over the world.
Right. I did. I was like, okay, I don't know what she's gonna ask me, because if I gotta think about it, I just don't know how I do.
You did great.
I just can talk about it, it's better.
That's the nice thing about this is you're just telling your story. It's just what you're passionate about, and people buy from who they like and trust. But how do they know that until they get to know the person? And so this is a perfect platform to let people know, and great marketing. Like, this is me, and people are going to be like, oh, I love what she does. I really buy into it, so I'm going to support that.
Yes, thank you, thank you for the opportunity and the interview.
Yes, I'm excited to see 6 months to a year. We're going to be re-interviewing you again, and I already know that we are going to be in a completely different space. So
Absolutely,
I cannot wait.
Now that next video may be on the beach somewhere.
Okay, hey, I'm good with that.
Yes.
All right, so this has been Melissa Shaw, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And I hope that you have been educated and empowered and inspired to really go after your dreams. Like she said, don't give up. Sometimes you have to take it slow, and that's okay. But keep that bigger picture in mind. So I will check y'all out next time.